What's going on YouTube? Chris with Jerano's Comics and Pop Culture. And I have another haul today. Mail call. I got my knife, I got my package, and here we go again, guys. So I am super excited to come out here and be able to open something else up with you all. This is really, again, another package that's like extremely well taped, which is good, but I'm concerned with my knife cutting into something that it shouldn't be cutting into. So, man, what is new today in the comic book world? Not much. Let's see. We supposedly had a leaked episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier that supposedly leaked. Omega Red is a villain, so that's exciting. Let's see if speculation will start driving X-Men number 4 up in value. I think I have 2 or 3 of those books. But one of my favorite runs as a kid, the Jim Lee X-Men run, as well as the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man run, which I have the full series of. I have the Jim Lee X-Men run. I have like 1 through 100 and something complete. But that goes on forever too, because then it turns into like X-Men Legacy, and then goes back to X-Men, and then, you know, so let's see what we got here. There it is. All right. Is this a book off the 2020 Key Comic Want List? And as I always do, I look at this before I show you guys, and I'm like, is this what it looked like on the in the pictures? And it's decent. I'm seeing one thing that I didn't really see in the pictures, and I'm like, but overall, I'm happy. All right, guys, what do you think it is? We had Fantastic 449, we had ASM 129, Uncanny number 266, and then Captain Britain number 8. And then I also said I was going to add another one. So for those that watch that video, you might know what I'm talking about. And this is it. This is the one that I said I was going to add. Unfortunately, I did not get to write it down, and that sucks because I think it's really cool when I show you guys the list and we get to mark one off. I love watching other folks that make the list, and when they mark it off, it's just so cool. It's like you're marking it off with them. So I did not get to writing this down, but here it is, guys. Marvel Spotlight number 32, the first appearance of Spider-Woman. Now, interesting thing about this was I thought about grabbing this, I think, about 1.5 years ago, and I didn't, and I should have, because there's been speculation of Spider-Woman getting her own either movie or TV show in on Disney Plus within the MCU. So this book, it has been shooting up and getting hot, but I felt, because here's the thing. This is my way of thinking. It's like, believe me, I try to stay away from the hot spec market. I really hate going after books just be like, I am not even, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not looking. I mean, I look at everything. There's probably no way I'm getting Eternals number 1 right now. That book to me is just so bloated. Obviously, I always say it goes up and it won't ever come back down to it'll hold a certain threshold, but it's gonna come down a little bit after the movie hype, and I'm not doing it. I mean, you know, there's certain books out there that I just won't touch because of the movie hype. But this is one that I think right now, that even though it's gone up, it's hot, it's gone up, it's still at a point where I feel that arc is gonna keep climbing. And this is one that I think is going to really, really gain steam once we know it's official. And the dip back down, the bell shape, curve, when that price comes back down after the movie hype or the TV show hype, I don't think it's going to drop that much. This is a book that I think will get high and will stay decent. And then obviously through the years, it'll slowly climb more and more. So I got this one for a decent price. It was so, the book is gone up to a point to where I didn't even want to touch like a high grade I just wasn't doing it. But this is a decent mid-grade. You know, this is, I mean, I don't know. This has to be, again, with CGC, this has to be at least a 4.5. At least, maybe a 5.0, maybe if I'm lucky higher than that. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't even looked at the whole book yet, but that's what I would hope that this book would be like a 5.0. But and then for the price I got it for, it's not much. It was a little more bloated than what they were going for a year or a year and a half ago. So I was happy with this. I'm going to add this because I have my full volume 1 of Superwoman. And this is a character that I enjoy. I love Spider-Man, and I love all the Spider-Verse and Tangled Spider characters within Marvel. So happy to have this in the collection. This is another book too that I think really shows what's going on with the Bronze Age market right now. And I wanted to make a standalone video for this, but I keep talking about how Bronze Age comics are, I think, the hot grab right now, because these comics are at a point where they're not, you know, extremely expensive like your Silver Age or your Silver Age keys. And there's a lot of things happening in the Bronze Age. A ton of new characters, a ton of first appearance, a ton of storylines that are being pulled into the movies or into the MCU. And that's why I think, and they're old enough, you know, to where they're going to hold value that's going to continue to climb, where right now it's extremely attainable. So that's why I focused more and more on my Bronze Age runs right now. I think Bronze Age is where it's at, really. I mean, you have so much going on where these books are going to start gaining value. And like I always say this, it's going to be rare that any book is going to gain the value of a Amazing Fantasy 15 or Spider-Man #1 or Fantastic Four #1 and such like that. Besides, like, you know, Hulk 181 or, you know, your giant size X-Men 1. I mean, those are the few that have potential. But although these weren't be multi-thousand dollar books, tens of $1,000 books, there are going to be books that are going to grow into the hundreds and some even into the thousands, which can be a really good, solid return on investment if you're going after them now, if you're getting them in decently, you know, fine or near mint condition, and so forth. So there it is, guys. Very, very happy to have this. And I'm going to take it out of here. I'm not going to take it out on video today and do all that, but I am going to take it out of here and put it in a press. I will show, this is the one thing that I didn't really see. This might be, I don't know if you guys could see that, but the way it feels, it might be a manufacturer defect. I got to look at that, so I don't know. All right, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please leave some comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And until next time.